Alright, shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Yasha Allah out there. The elect of Yahushai, first and foremost, Kal Halayim, Wahawad La, Abanawi Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach, Wamalak Yahushai. Double honor, as always, goes to the venerable apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS, alongside the elders and bishops who rule and teach Yasha Allah well through the Spirit, leading the flock by example. Enough respect, peace, blessings, and salutations to the house of David, beginning with his servants, the prophets, the men, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth the world over. Alright? On down until the women and children who believe our report. Okay, to you few sisters doing the right thing, to you I say shalom. Wa Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord willing. You know, so Lord willing. This lesson is edifying. And boy, oh boy. Okay. Crazy times, man. As you can see from the title on your screen. Alright, from this article. First and foremost, like, how, just how and why, okay? This is just extremely weird. But, you know, it's Esau Edom, it's the so-called white man's perverse nature. Okay. So it's from Georgetown.com. Texas egg farmer transported to hospital with a live adult chicken stuck in his rectal cavity. Basically his backside. Dated March the 4th, 2023, the hopeful year that all prophecies come to pass. Okay. We'll get straight into it. A farm owner from Texas was transported to the hospital in a critical condition late last night with an extremely agitated hen more than half buried in his rectum. Lord knows how that happened, man. Around 11:30 last night, paramedics were called to answer a medical emergency concerning a serious accident involving a farm animal, something rather frequent in this rural area. Upon arriving on the site, they found 57-year-old Christopher Adams, right, this big old man, okay, inebriated, bloodied and naked on a hen house floor with a loudly clucking 5-pound chicken sticking out of his rectum. The paramedics briefly tried to remove the agitated bird from its uncomfortable position, but to no avail, and decided to transport Mr. Adams and the bird to hospital. According to Dr. Aurelius Thomas, who extracted the bird after an extremely delicate 7-hour surgical intervention, both the man and the animal would have died if they had waited longer. This is just crazy and just backwards and weird, honestly. You know, this is what's ruling over us, man. These are the people ruling over us. These Edomites. Right? These brute beasts. These profane people. You know, I'm gonna get a preset, man. Because anything that's wicked, they do it. Anything that's wicked under the sun, man, they're the masters of it, basically. Okay, and then they push their vile nature upon other people and try to normalize it. Okay, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right. So you know, Esau is just wicked. He can't be made righteous, man. That's just who he is. He's just not upright. Right. These are the children of fools right here, base men. Alright, bottom of the barrel. Okay. This is who we catch in hell from. But yet, you know, they call us every racial and derogatory name under the sun. Alright? But then stuff like this happens to them. So if we go back to the article, it says the hen was finally extracted around 7:30 this morning, suffering only minor physical injuries from his ordeal, while Mr. Adams necessitated 7 blood transfusions and more than 780 stitches. Dr. Thomas says it's a miracle that both the farmer and his animal are still alive, and question what caused the bird to get stuck in there. Right? Because how? Okay. You don't know what these devils do behind closed doors. Like you already know that they, bestiality is in their nature, and they like to experiment and do weird and perverse and backwards things. All right. So it says, I don't really know how the bird got there. Both getting it out was so complicated and damaging that I can't imagine that getting it in could have been any fun either. Mr. Adams hasn't regained consciousness. yet to explain his version, but the Shelby County Sheriff's Department and the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals have both launched investigations on the incident. The ASPCA has taken the hen in custody for the duration of its investigation and will treat it for any possible symptom of a post-traumatic syndrome. So the animal has to go through all that. Something that could have been avoided. Okay. You know, again, man, this is their nature, and they ain't ashamed of it, man. They're not embarrassed by this. Okay. They'd go as far as to put this in the Guinness World Record. Alright? And it's certainly crazy. Alright? The times that we're in. Alright? Honestly, there's not much that needs to be said on this. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 28. In the punishment of the proud there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness hath taken root in him. Okay? Right, because Esau, he's a proud man. A cave dweller, naturally. Alright? So, who can make straight what the Lord had made crooked? Okay? Straight, righteous, crooked, wicked. And that's just that. In the punishment of the proud, there is no remedy. There's no fixing this devil, man. But destruction and slavery for 1,000 years. Okay? And then eradicated permanently. Alright, for the plant of wickedness had taken root in him. Let's get that. Okay. In the maybe in the NLT. Right, Sirach chapter 3 verse 28 in the NLT, New Living Translation, reads, when the proud are afflicted, there is no cure, for they are offshoots of an evil plant, right? Exactly that, man. That's true. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it there. So you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Americans were the children of Israel. Okay? Seek the Lord now. Alright? Repent. Okay? Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Alright? For you new brothers and sisters coming in. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.